Over the weekend, after being on a hiatus from content, Anisa recently relaunched her OF, saying she will be doing it in true succubus fashion. This naturally caused tons of people to fire shots at her and her husband iDubbbz, telling them the money's drying up, that they're both pathetic, etc, etc. Simultaneously, Ian also went live and chatted it up with people on his stream, talking about how he will be releasing a new video going over the misconceptions of his and Anisa's relationship, and even saying he's loved watching the Destiny and H3 stuff and wants to get involved. While doing this, he also ran a music stream going over some songs, and when bands like Radiohead or Disturbed showed up, he said he refuses to listen to them because Anisa told him they are Zionist coded. Welcome to the internet versus Anisa's OF. It starts when Anisa tweets out, "In true succubus fashion, I'm announcing my relaunch. You can subscribe now. Lots of photo sets to come." And Officer Nasty replies, "It sounds like iDubbbz's YouTube money has dried up." Ray J says, "Lamau, yes, humiliate him farther. Film content with Leafy." Pickle Time says, "Does your cuck husband get a 34% cut?" Sensitive Society replies, "This is so hot. Please take all my money." Solar Being says, "Do you guys need a bull?" iDubbbz himself then replies to the post by saying, "I love succubi. Sorry to those who have never experienced the love of a succubus." And Stop Making Sense replies with this picture of a Wojak in the caption, "iDubbbz right now." Austin Hall says, "You're a shell of a man and I'm astonished you have any shred of dignity left." Bilbo Moggins replies, "Domain expansion, infinite cuckery." The Jack replies with this image of them sitting on the floor in the caption, "The love of a succubus." Amazing Partisan says, "Seek the love of Jesus." No, seriously. Zeus quote tweets Anisa and says, "Friendly reminder that she stole money from charity and supporting her means you support her malicious actions. Also, she is not attractive at all." Luna says, "Fuck it, I would." In front of Ian as well. Katzberger's quote tweets Anisa and says, "2025 has been the worst year for iDubbbz. Creator Clash 3 got cancelled, he had to sell his house, uploaded nothing but shit content, and now his BPDC of a wife is doing this again. iDubbbz, you are a worm. Get your shit together." Chit Talker says, "All the freaks mauling over her pics of her baked goods are gonna go insane now that she's posting her cakes. Anisa is a straight queen." Over on H3H3 Productions, Grape Tickler also posts this screenshot with the caption, "Anisa's big announcement," and the Raggedy Doctor replies, "This is what the toilet sees before the flush." Straight Ad says, "How could she do this during a genocide?" And Clem replies, "Literally gynocide." Louis444 says, "OMG, she's taking spicy pics whilst Ian entertains 10 people on Twitch." And Glittering Bet replies, "Entertains is generous." Blink says, "Divorce arc approaches." And Space Jam replies, "Ironically, this meme keeps them miserable and together forever out of stubbornness." And Daisy Yellow says, "Yeah, I'd like to think the memes forced them to stay in a lame-ass marriage out of spite." Kaguya's Top Gal screenshots a tweet and captions it, "iDubbbz's wife went back to being an OF whore. You can't make this up." And Into the Memory Hole replies with this image in the caption, "We just knocked some of the dust off and bam, it's like it's brand new." And it's a meme of Anisa saying, "Babe, it's 4 p.m, time for my OF photo shoot." And Ian replying, "Yes, honey." Grimaldus replies, "iDubbbz coming for Destiny's title of world's biggest cock." Brittany Vinci replies, "I hope she does a clown outfit." And then Anisa herself quote tweets Kaguya and says, "90% of the fun of continuing to be online is getting these losers to foam at the mouth anytime I do anything. They never figure it out either. People writing paragraphs in my replies proving my point. I struck a nerve." And Mailslayer replies, "He's promoting you, let's go." And Anisa says, "That's fucking awesome. Just had to make the incels mad enough to put it on his Reddit, lol." Mr. Pilled replies to Anisa's original quote tweet of Kaguya by saying, "It's because everything you do is either pathetic, a cope, or both." She then makes a separate post on her Twitter saying, "The reality is, being an apathetic, racist, angry loser online is only good for quick internet points and nothing else. So you have to stay online in your echo chambers so you don't face the reality that no one likes you aside from other faceless chuds. That's why you're so obsessed with us. You don't want that to be the case, but it is. Eventually, you all eat each other for attempting to pursue happiness later on, and most of you will cower back into your nasty internet holes. You're mad we crawled out and you can't." And Schuyler replies, "I'm a married homeowner with a good job and children on the way, and I'm obsessed with you people because you're so disgusting. It's like watching a rotting carcass get eaten by vultures on sweltering asphalt." Cell.exe replies to Anisa by saying, "Right, we're all jealous of the lady with the terrible fake hair and the guy who poops his pants every week. Got it, got it." Deaththink says, "Sometimes I genuinely feel bad for you and your boyfriend. Then I remember how awful you are and how much more awful you would be if left unchecked. Based Games replies to Anisa by saying, anyone can see your butthole for $5. Redlaw posts this tweet on the H3H3 production subreddit with the title, forget being an incel guys, we're now racists. And Kat Din replies laughing saying, echo chambers, while Ian literally blocks everyone who even remotely disagrees with him, aka dad. Project harder, Anisa. And Competitive Mood replies, their Discord is filled with Jannies that will ban you for asking or even bringing up H3, Creator Clash, Mike and Kate, or anything related to iCuck's channel. That's the very definition of an echo chamber. And Ainz Nico replies, same as his Twitch chat, you can't talk about anything, but if you don't talk about anything, you still get banned. Goss replies to the post by saying, does she realize that she just described the career of iDubbbz? And Sammy Joe says, literal projection going so hard it's crazy. And Representative Leg replies, the irony of both tweets almost makes me think she's joking, but I know she isn't that clever. Beazle then tweets out this clip with the caption, new iDubbbz policy regarding the haters.
iDubbbz has insanely base takes for an hour off the cuff while grinding and hardcore gaming should be all the clips. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna try to turn things around online a little bit, because to be honest, like, my policy with all the fucking losers who've been talking shit about Anisa and I for years has just been like, ignore it, it'll go away, or you'll care less about it with time. But it's just like, it just keeps fucking popping up, and I'm like, it's not gonna go away. I don't anticipate anything going away, but like, at least I can have some fun and give additional context for things. I think that's all I can really hope for.
And Dozen says, she's literally trying to live vicariously through him, like a parent's practicing baseball with their kid every day because they never got to be a pro. It's fucking sad. Beazle also tweets out this clip with the caption, iDubbbz is going to address the rumor that he smells bad.
Chat, you can help me with the next video. Are there any, like, rumors or criticisms, maybe rumors is a better way of describing it, that you've heard about, like, Anisa and I over the years, or recently even?
And Nicholas Diorio quote tweets Beazle by saying, if iDubbbz makes a video on the misconceptions around his relationship, that would be enough evidence for me to assume this is his humiliation fetish. Anisa then tweets out this gif with the caption, another day, another dollar. And it's a gif of her holding her dog's face. And Hello Everyone replies, no fucking way there's a black dude on the bed, right? This has to be a meme or something. Unknown says, OF failed, went to baking. That failed too, back to OF. Get a real job. Kiki says, is Ian sitting in the cuck chair while you bang that black dude? Anisa herself then quote tweets the post by saying, the replies to this tweet are racist and disgustingly corn-brained. My husband has brown pants on and the comments are frothing at the mouth about a fantasy black man they conjured. And Taco Material replies, how about the other pair of legs on the other side of you? And Anisa says, it's a wide angle lens, dude. Those are mine. And Taco says, pay the fighters. Nicholas Diorio quote tweets Anisa by saying, you make corn. And Esprit replies, if you make corn, you are going to have a corn-addled audience. I can't tell if she is stupid or just likes complaining on the internet. Yeats then tweets out this clip with the caption, iDubbbz and Anisa stopped listening to Radiohead because the band is Zionist coded.
Are you a Radiohead guy, Ian? I'm not. I've never been a Radiohead guy. Anisha's like, oh, Radiohead's so great. I listened to a couple songs. I'm like, oh yeah, Radiohead is great. And then we get some info that Radiohead is a little bit like Zionist coded. So we stopped listening to it.
And Repzion replies, this is so discouraging and sad to see. This man has no agency. Elliot says, does this guy have an original thought anymore at all? Or does his sex worker wife just baby bird all his opinions to him? Radical Moderate says, imagine a thing happens on the other side of the world, and you deprive yourself of anything that brings you joy. You are truly heroes, Ian. The Palestinians will sing your praises for not listening to Radiohead. Pre-Shad Pants posts this screenshot with the caption, meanwhile, he has no issue with this. And it's a Rolling Stone article with a headline saying, OF owner pledged $11 million to Israel lobby. And God replies, of course she knows. Her pro-Palestine talk is all performance. We all know that. Willie Mack quote tweets Eden says, Anisa has slowly taken away everything this guy liked about life, and now he is the most bland human on the planet. Nux Taku quote tweets Eden says, don't forget that iDubbbz is married to an OF whore, and OF's CEO donated over 11 million USD to Israel. Guess it's time to find a less Zionist-coded pimp. Virtue signalers are so fun. Once you notice, they stand for nothing except their grift. And Azihara replies, if Anisa told him that sucking dick was not Zionist coded, he would be sucking 3 at a time. And Nux says, dream bigger. He probably already does that. Hudge quote tweets Heat and says, York unequivocally condemned Netanyahu and Israel's bombardment of Gaza, but also said this, so he failed to pass the purity test and thusly was branded with a Scarlet Z. The worst thing you could call someone in that space. And attaches this screenshot of an article that says York also condemned Hamas, admonishing the Palestinian Islamic Islamic group that governs the Gaza Strip for the October 7th, 2023 attacks that precipitated the Israeli military's offensive in the region. Why did Hamas choose the truly horrific acts of October 7th, he asked. The answer seems obvious, and I believe Hamas chooses to hide behind the suffering of its people in an equally cynical fashion for their own purposes. Beazle quote tweets each clip and says, I remember a stream where Disturbed started playing and Ian skipped it because the singer was Zionist. Anisa literally tells him why he has to skip it, attaching this clip.
Wait a minute. We gotta skip fucking Disturbed. Thank you very much. Why you skip Disturbed? It's because the fucking, I think the main guy of Disturbed or whatever is like some crazy Israel Zionist like supporter. And I just like can't fuck with it. Now that I know it, it just like kind of ruins the song for me. I don't know if he was one of the guys who's like literally signing a fucking bomb or something. I don't know the details, but it's something like that. What's that? Oh, Anisa says he did sign the bomb. Okay, thank you. Yeah, he signed missiles. Yeah.
Beazle also tweets out this clip with the caption, iDubbbz talking about his past documentaries.
Can't even mention the name of the guy who's in one of your most popular documentaries, though. Yeah, I mean, it's rough. I'm getting a little bit more loose with it, though. I don't know, enough time has passed for me where I'm like, all right, like, clearly the harassment from that end of the internet is slowing down, so, like, I don't know, Sam Hyde-related stuff it's whatever. Like, it doesn't help, obviously. It's pretty minimal in the grand scheme of things. Oh, they meant Fatty, not Sam Hyde? Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. I meant Fatty, lol. But yeah, I mean, even making documentaries about particular people, it has raised, like, some ethical questions. Where, like no one fucking cared about it at the time. Some people thought, like, especially with time and seeing more exploitative behavior, you know, maybe it was better that Fatty never had a video made about him, right? Like, I don't know. And additionally, like, in making some of those videos, it just attracts a certain type of person where they're like, I'm going to list off a bunch of people I consider lol cows or people who are mentally, like, disabled, and I'm going to tell you to make fucking documentaries about them. And then in that case, like, I'm not fucking doing that. You're seeing that happen right now with World of T-shirts. There's a lot of people who think they're, like, doing it responsibly or respectfully, and it's just hell. It's just like, what the fuck is any of this shit?
And Nicholas Duriel quote tweets it by saying, is he disavowing his content he switched to after disavowing his previous content? Yeats tweets out this clip with the caption, iDubbbz responds to those hating on his tattoos and gold tooth. Says it's mostly incels who haven't discovered self-expression.
Though, you know, it attracts, the tattoos and the gold tooth attract a lot of hate from basically, I need to come up with another word to describe it because I hate to necessarily lump them all together, but I essentially want to say the incel community because there's something about it, incel, that I feel like properly describes a group of people that have not discovered self-expression and they're like nervous about being like too performative and being like, I don't know, being themselves. Hit me up to fix your bitrate. I might do that. But those are the ones that seem to be like hella attracted to the idea of like my tattoos being the worst thing ever or my gold tooth being a problem. Everyone else just, you know, it's a cool little accoutrement that, you know, 99% of the time isn't even worth talking about. They hate it because you look cool. Well, I think it does go a little bit deeper than that. I just think they haven't like fucking, I would venture to guess that a lot of these people who hate on tattoos or whatever, they literally haven't gotten to the point where they can do different self-expression with their clothes, let alone their skin.
And Dennis Reynolds replies, as soon as a man uses the word incel, they lose all respect from other men. What kind of retard uses the word incel seriously? Bo Black says, he doesn't understand. People aren't shitting on tattoos in general, just his tattoos. They're ugly AF. Wayne God says, incel is now when you hate men, not just women. Holy shit, he only knows leftist buzzwords. Yeet also then tweets out this clip with the caption, iDubbbz says he's been having so much fun watching Ethan Klein and a Destiny go at it, hence that his next video will likely be a full response to all the slanderous comments via H3.
Dude, I've been having so much fun watching the fucking H3 thing. Like, just go nuts. It's been like a new little surprise every day, and it makes me happy. I want to like react to some of the slanderous comments about me in like a stream in the future. I think I'm gonna release a video and just promote the stream, and then fucking spill my guts on stream once we're in September. Be careful, bro. Nah, there's nothing to be careful about now. I'm like, I feel very free to speak my truth. Yeah, I agree, Bri. Yeah, because it really doesn't help to fucking play by the rules and be like super fucking reasonable. I think there's a time where you need to like pull back. I even said it in my like content comp is essentially like, yeah, you can't keep volleying back harassment back and forth. But when people just like continue to do it, it's like I'm just taking a bunch of fucking heat for no benefit at all.
And Tectone replies, as a man, you gotta be so gay to say my truth. Anisa truly broke this man's entire being. Michelangelo replies, I thought he said he's ignoring anything Ethan going forward. Mr. Obvious says, I hate how beaten this man is. He won't even use regular talking language. He dances around words. It's horrible to watch. Man has been thoroughly cucked. J Viper says, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If someone says my truth, then they are about to lie to you. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives Kiko, Salsal, Dakota's Bandito, Captain Crashshot, and 19 Kilometers. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.